You did such a great work in Tomorrowland and in Space Between Us.
Thank you.
So it's a very big pleasure meeting you here.
Ah, that's nice.
Hopefully we have some fun because I know you're a lucky person.
Yeah, I am. It's true.
Let's keep on laughing. So you're running? Great. Thank you so much for taking the time for this interview in the show Girl Boss. You play a woman started on eBay, which was the first success. So what was the coolest or craziest things that you have ever bought or sold on eBay?
Oh, that's a really, okay, so I once bought, I was really young, not that I'm not still very young, but I once bought this like very old camera. I liked this guy a lot when I was like 17 or 18, and he was really into like film cameras, and so I did like a lot of research on eBay, and I got it for like $3 because I did the real eBay experience. It wasn't just like buy it right away. But I mean, it wasn't that weird, but I think that's like the only thing I've ever bought off of eBay was that weird like ancient camera that probably doesn't even work because I paid $3 for it. But yeah, I would say that's about it.
That's a cool story.
Totally.
And you play a very strong female character. So what did you think, how important is it giving these roles to girls in the world that they maybe can look up to?
You mean like themes that girls can sort of attach themselves to watching?
Like strong female roles that you also played in Space Between Us or in Tomorrowland.
I mean, I think it's, for me, I don't necessarily think like, ooh, this is going to be a great role for people to watch and look up to me. You know, for me, as an actor, I'm always like looking for roles that inspire me and get me excited, and I can bring something new to it, or, you know, whatever that is. Like if there's a story that I'm just like really, really excited to tell. And hopefully people can watch those things and, you know, somehow be inspired by it or just have a good time watching it or entertained. But yeah, I mean, for me, it's a very different thing. It's kind of more of a workman's craft, but I do hope that people enjoy it.
I'm sure they will. And you are very funny because yesterday at the panel, your microphone was open the whole time.
The whole time.
And every time we hear you laughing. So
it's terrible.
It's
I have
cool.
the most annoying laugh. It's really bad. Actually, when I'm on sets, people always, they never need to have like a PA on me because they can always just hear me laughing places, and I'm just like easy to find because my laugh is like very specific. But yeah, I've got to learn that lesson one of these days. You know, keep that mic closed.
And it's very sympathetic because you snort.
I know. I've been doing that. I've been trying to like control the snort, but you know, you really shouldn't. You should just let it fly. Like, I'm not embarrassed of it. I think it's a good, endearing quality, is what people tell me.
It shows you're a human being.
I'm so
and not
human.
this kind of princess or anything else, so this is very cool.
I don't think people would be like super cool. I don't think people would be saying that if it was like me farting, you know? Like a snort's kind of fine, you know? But like a fart would be terrible. So I'll just keep my little bodily functions to myself from now on.
Okay, and if you're looking back at the show Girl Boss, or maybe at some other set experiences, can pick maybe one very, very crazy day where maybe things got wrong that should not go wrong, or any other funny stuff happened? Sure.
Well, we had one day where, you know, a part of the story is I have to run across the Golden Gate Bridge in order to deliver this dress on time, this like wedding dress that someone has bought from me. And so I actually ran the length of the Golden Gate Bridge, and I'm not a runner. I don't run. I was like in Converse, and I ended up actually tearing my groin. And the real life Sophia had a hernia. Like, she ended up getting a hernia, and that's a big part of our show. Not a big part, but it takes place over like 6 episodes, this hernia thing. And I experienced essentially like a groin tear / herniated groin is what the doctor told me. So that was a pretty wild day, I have to say, because I ended up not being able to shoot for a few days after that. Charlize had to fly in. It was very dramatic. But yeah, stuff like that was happening all the time. It's really roughing myself up.
This is a whole own story. You
Yes.
can make a film of it.
Well, you'll see it on the show. It's actually a big part of the show because, you know, Sophia, the character, and the real Sophia, she's very wild and active, and she's all over the place. She's always hurting herself.